What a beautiful and interesting full moon in Capricorn we are about to experience. This is going to be the first full moon in Capricorn that we experience now, and we'll experience the next one at the next full moon. So we have two full moons in Capricorn happening consecutively, both very different energy because of where they are sitting in the sky and in relation to all the other energies, planets, stars, asteroids, sun, moon, all the things. Okay, so let's talk through this one. So this full moon is happening on the next day after the solstice, the summer solstice if you're in the northern hemisphere, and the winter solstice if you are in the southern hemisphere. Now, solstice energy really is important, potent energy, and on the day of a solstice, it can be very expansive because it can really start a whole new season, patterns, cycle. It correlates with the change of seasons in some areas and has always been very celebrated by our ancestors as moments of culminations and new beginnings. And so the next day we have a full moon in Capricorn that actually occurs at the first degree. So it's very new beginning energy. But we know full moons are actually all about releases. So how does this all play out? Well, the astrology is pretty strong in terms of Capricorn energy, really focusing us on what makes us feel safe and secure because it is opposite the sun, which is sitting conjunct with Venus and Mercury. So whatever it is that we're releasing at this full moon will be very well thought out because we have that Mercury influence there. Plus we've just come off Gemini season, which is all about the mind and how we think, and then also how we communicate those thoughts, whether we're communicating them to ourselves or others. It is then complemented by Venus. So Venus is sitting there next to the sun, really spicing up, warming up the things that we hold dear and near to our hearts, but also the security that we do want to feel. The sun, the moon, the Mercury and Venus are all sitting in Cancer, which is also amplifying that really security-based, love-based, relational, basically the things in our life that make us feel like everything is going to be okay. Now, how do we know if things in our life are going to be okay? Well, we create it that way. Enter in the energy of Capricorn, where it is full of determination and cardinal forward moving motion. Capricorn knows what it wants and then has no problem executing with discipline consistently, step by sometimes painful step towards the bigger goal. But the interesting energy of how everything is sitting in the skies at this full moon. And if you want a full breakdown on this detail so you can understand it better, please head to the Moon membership, where you also get all the resources that is required to make the most of this energy and to have a full moon release, but also a new beginning, because this full moon is quite unique in that way, that really marks you moving on from the 3D, the old order, and into you personally, and then collectively with all of us that are doing this work, creating a whole new world. And it will be about how we create and maintain a sense of safety and security in our lives. The big themes of relationships and money will be forefront and center at this full moon. As we really look at, because of where Neptune is placed, Neptune is really governing the illusions and the disillusionments or the programming, like what we've been told, what we have believed, what we've been told is even possible or true for us. I mean, is it really? We're going to be looking at that at this full moon and saying, actually, I'm deciding a new world order for me. And collectively, we know that is happening because we see so much crumbling around us of systems, of ways that is so obvious that just don't work for us anymore. But I have to stress, the new has not emerged and shan't emerge immediately. So we could feel a little bit lost, a little bit unsure of whether we are on the right track. But I will say, if you are feeling this way, dip into entrepreneurial energy. read stories, watch movies about entrepreneurs who are told they are so delusional, thinking that they can create this world, this dream, this product, this money, whatever it is that they can see possible, but they do the hard work, even when everyone's telling them that they're wrong or it's not possible, and they come out in the end victors and create something that the whole world often can enjoy because of their determination, because of their self-belief, and because they have used the reliance on their inner compass to create a life for themselves that they want. So at this full moon in Capricorn, it's about the moon shining a light on what it is that we have believed, what it is that we think, and what it is that we've been told is true or possible. And we're questioning that. So if anything is coming up for you, don't slide over it. It's there for a reason. It's there for you to look at, to question, and then release the lie that it now has become. And so you can replace it with the new. We're leading up to a new moon in Cancer, which will obviously be very heart-centered and emotional. And then we will have a full moon in Capricorn again, but it will be at a very important point, the 29th degree, which is what we call a critical point, which is a moment of big change. So if we don't lay that groundwork now, you might find yourself at the end of July a little bit worse for wear, but not us. We're going to work on it. So join me over at thelightpathcollective.com at the Moon membership. Join us there. First 30 days free. Get all the resources you need to make the most of this energy, to become that sovereign of your own life, and to be part of creating a whole new reality for ourselves. Happy full moon in Capricorn.